Okay, so that took a long time for me to figure out. The entrance to where we're supposed to go is actually back at the spire. And there's this like little hidden archway. I went all the way down there where you would think you would go to get in the Stone Talon Mountains. Actually, it's this little hidden path up here. I mean, of course, as a visually impaired person, you know, me having a hard time finding it is not a big deal. It's not a surprise, but you might actually have a hard time finding it too. So if you do, that'll make me feel less bad about it, because I actually had to look it up on Wowhead. And that's the first time in a long time I've had to Wowhead something in Warcraft. So luckily I wasn't the only one that had trouble with that, but good Lord, Blizz. Way to make that hidden, yo. Jeez. Alright, but at least we're up here now. And it looks like, what are we doing? We gotta force some. Oh, cool. Are we gonna use one of these? Are we? Oh, we are. I love it. I love it. Wait, maybe not. Oh, yeah, yep, we are. So we gotta blow things out of the sky. I am okay with that. All I do is just shoot. It's like a machine gun. I love it. I love these quests for me, shooting things out of the sky. These will never, ever, ever get old. I love it. So yeah, anyways, I don't even remember what we were talking about before this, but, you know, it's alright. We're just going to keep on moving forward with the game into Stone Talon Mountains. I don't know what all goes on the Alliance side here. I don't know if if we see the Alliance side to the whole thing that happens with the horde. Sheesh. Oh, do I need to kill the parachute guys? I mean, dude, my aiming sucks if that's the case. All right, but yeah, I don't know if what we're gonna see is that, because like from what I remember, the horde tries to nuke the Alliance basically, and Garrosh is like, nah, fam, we don't do that kind of stuff here. We're honorable. And then like literally the next expansion, he kind of forgets all about that, which does not make any sense at freaking all. But hey, you know, gotta love that Blizzard storytelling. Gotta get a new villain. Why not make it Garrosh? All right. I don't even know if I'm doing this quest right. There we go. But yeah, I don't know if we're going to see the Alliance side to that whole thing. But it's kind of cool, because this zone does kind of, like, it's kind of appropriate, because this zone does have a lot to do with focusing on, you know, Horde versus Alliance stuff. And that's going to become a huge theme again in the next expansion. So it's awesome. One of the things that I'm really excited about is seeing world quests, from what I understand, in old zones, like not in just the new places in the new expansion, but also seeing world quests throughout the whole game. From what I understand, that's going to be a part of it, at least in certain zones. That sounds really awesome, actually, and I'd like to see where they go with that, because, like, I mean, you know, I hope it doesn't turn into like Cataclysm all over again, where we just kind of get sick of flying around, because that would kind of suck. But if they have ways of like kind of helping us fast travel around the world, you know, to get to the quests and do them and whatever, then it won't be so bad. But it'll be nice at the same time to visit old places, you know. And so like I'm looking forward to seeing how, because like one of the things that's hard to remember, like Warcraft is kind of like, it's become this game where, you know, you have an expansion, and then that expansion becomes old news when the next expansion comes out. And so old places in the world don't matter anymore. They're kind of like barren, you know. But, you know, story-wise, it's a living world. There are values in old places, and, you know, it's easy to forget. You know, when Silithus gets, you know, well, spoilers. But when Silithus suddenly is an important part of the world again, you know, it's kind of neat to, you know, revisit it as an important place. So, ooh, what we got going on here? Elite. Gotta be careful now. We don't want to be... Ooh, cool. That was easy. All right. But, you know, so, like, having certain parts of the old world become important is... Whoa. Hello. It's nice, and I'd like to see more of that. I would love to see Warcraft start to feel more and more like a living, breathing, continuously evolving world more often. Not just going from expansion to expansion and just moving on to the new area that's suddenly important now, and then watching the old areas no longer be important. I'd like to see it become more of a game where it's always, you know, certain places are always important. And you know, like, I mean, so having the world evolve is really nice, and I know that we're going to see a lot of, or you know, a little bit of that in the next expansion, with certain places changing, some places getting outright decimated, probably, from what I understand. I'm trying not to spoil things, but it's, you know, it's difficult. You know, so I'm really looking forward to seeing some of that kind of stuff, because it's what the game needs to stay relevant and interesting. The world, at least a world like Warcraft, you know, where it's all these crazy epic battles and the brink of destruction is always upon us and that kind of thing. It needs to change and it needs to evolve as a world. You know, maybe not to the extent of Cataclysm, you know, where it gets almost destroyed and completely changes every zone, but you know, to a lesser extent, over time, like Cataclysm. You know, I would like to see in the next few expansions, I would like to see the world, you know, change enough, you know, that it feels like a different world. And I think that, like, without, like, losing old content, you know, like, where you can go back and experience stuff, maybe they can have, like, a chromie thing where, you know, you can switch between, you know, let's go back to this zone as it was in Vanilla or in Cataclysm. So that way, if you want to, you can experience it in different, you know, in different times. Or, you know, they can always do the thing where when you're a certain level, the zone changes or whatever. But doing it in a way where it's not irreversible, so that, like, you can go back and experience old stuff, but also kind of, you know, seeing it change, I think would be really cool. And seeing how they could implement something like that, it would be pretty awesome. Another thing that looks really cool are these war fronts. I don't know how those are going to work, but you know, it got me thinking about, like, some different game mode ideas for, you know, for this game. And I don't know if it's something that they'll ever do, but, like, I don't know if you've ever played PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds, or Fortnite Battle Royale, which are really popular. I kind of wonder if something like that would ever work in this game, like in a PvP setting, where, like, there we go. The last surviving, you know, you become the last surviving player or the last surviving team, like, and then, like, you get rewards for it, or, like, based on how long you survive. I wonder if this game could ever do something like that, like, because, like, those are gun games, but I feel like you could do the same kind of, like, a same style of game in Warcraft, and it would be kind of fun, like, have 100 versus 100 players fight to the death, and, like, the last one wins. Like, that just seems like a cool idea, like, in this style of game. It could really, like, because it's kind of like, it reminds me a lot of, if you remember, if you've ever been to the Darkmoon Fair, there's actually an arena fight that you can do where you're just, like, taking on everybody. And, you know, it would be something to think about. Like, they could one day have massive arenas like that, you know, big arena battles. Like, you could do 2-on-2, or you could do 2-on-2 on 2-on-2, like, have, like, 50 teams of 2, or you could have, like, I don't know, like 100 teams of 1, or 25 teams of 4, you know, and have all that kind of stuff in this game. And kind of, like, you know, because, like, arenas are fine, but it would be cool to see something on a more massive scale and almost combine arena gameplay with, you know, battleground gameplay. And that's essentially what, like, PlayerUnknown's is. I just kind of wonder if something like that would be fun to do. I feel like it would be. I think I would participate a little bit more in PvP if they ever did something like that. I think it would be pretty cool. So, you know, maybe in the future we'll see something like that in the game. I think that would be pretty awesome. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below on something like that being in the game. So, yeah, that's just something I was thinking about the other day, because I'm just now getting into... I like Fortnite personally a little bit more than Battlegrounds, mainly because of the art style. And I think a part of that is because it's easier for me to see. I don't get caught off guard like I would in PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds, because it's kind of more realistic. And usually when things are more realistic looking, they tend to not jump out at me as much. But in Fortnite, I can kind of see enemies a lot easier, because they're way more cartoony and they're not really hidden that much. I mean, they can be a little bit, but not too much. So yeah, I like that game a lot. It's something new. It's something a little bit different, and it's kind of fun. And I just kind of think, like, having played a little bit, I kind of, like, think, man, I would like to see something like that in Warcraft. I think that'd be kind of awesome. So, yeah, I don't know. Just a random thought, you know. Like I said, what we do on here, we just kind of, we do our thing and we ramble. And we're fighting Horde. We're kind of messing up things for them, trying to get the advantage. It's pretty standard stuff. But, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. What do you guys think of going back to this Alliance and Horde thing? Are you guys sick of it? Are you okay with it? Are you okay with seeing a new version of it, a new evolution of the story that we've kind of seen before? I know in my last video I talked about it a little bit, about how I'm okay with it, and I still feel that way. But I wonder, you know, what do you guys think? I don't know if I asked that too much on the last video because I was just kind of focused on getting my thoughts out there. But I would love to hear what your guys' thoughts on BFA. Is that what we're going to call it? Battle for Azeroth? I'd like to hear what your guys' thoughts are on, you know, seeing that implemented in the game and seeing where it goes. Alright, so we're picking up stuff. Moving on in here. I like these quests. They're pretty straightforward. I kind of miss the days of having, like, you know, picking up like 20 quests and doing them all, because it was pretty exciting to turn all those in. But at the same time, I kind of like this, like, small group of like 3 or 4 quests, because I don't have to keep track of as much. And, you know, it's just like leveling in this game has become so much easier as a result. You know, like, because, like, when we get to I mean, everybody talks about, like, how, man, when, you know, when those changes come into play, I am never going back to Outlands again. And I kind of wonder if, like, it wouldn't surprise me if you're speed leveling, if you wouldn't want to go to Outlands. Like, there's a part of me that thinks, like, maybe Outlands will be faster for some reason. And, you know, only time will tell. We'll see how true that is. It may not even be true, but I just wonder how leveling is going to scale with all these changes. You know, will it be faster? Will it be slower? You know, how's it going to work out? I'm really curious about that. And I guess we won't know until it changes. I hope the changes are soon. Like, I know it's in PTR right now, so it will probably be after the holidays, I would imagine. I wouldn't see them, because Blizzard tends to take a little bit of a break during the holidays. Good on them. They deserve it. All the hard work they put in, and, you know, spend time with their families and enjoy their holidays. So, with that in mind, I doubt we're going to see any kind of, like, you know, PTR coming out, like, within the next week or two. So, I would almost certainly say, oh, look at that. We got some blues. That's pretty cool. I mean, I doubt they'd sell. And do I already have... I don't have these. So, I'm just going to go ahead and wear those. Mainly just to unlock the appearance. So, hey, you know what? Why not? All right. So, yeah, I don't think that that BFA, pre-BFA patch or 7.3.5, I don't think we're going to be seeing that anytime real soon. But I definitely think that it'll be coming, you know, before long. So, having said that, I think this is probably a good time to call it on this episode. We will pick up next time where we left off here in Stone Talon Mountains and see where this zone takes us next as we continue to take the fight to the dirty Horde. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. This is just really a time for me to tell you guys how much I appreciate you guys for supporting this channel and giving my thoughts on that. So I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a wonderful day. This is Kephas. Until next time. If you enjoyed this video, let me know by hitting that like button. And feel free to share it with your friends so they can enjoy it as well. You can also subscribe to the channel and follow me on Twitter at TheKephas to be notified as soon as new videos are posted. Thanks for watching, have a wonderful day, this is Kephas, until next time.